Hello there, Kelly Renee Baker, the Queen Bee. Yesterday, I talked about if you know, you know, and that's about having awareness of things in life within ourselves. And I talked about change, and you can only control yourself, therefore, you can only change yourself. You can try and change others all you want. You might make a little headway. You might see some results here and there, but it won't be lasting. If you want to get lasting results with change, it starts here. And I know for some people that can be very hard to grasp and understand. When I went to coaching for the very first time and laid it all out there and then had someone tell me, you are doing this, like you're being prideful, and brought some things to my attention. Yes, it was hard to hear. I didn't like hearing it. None of us like to hear that we are maybe not necessarily failing in some area, but that, we are um, having a problem or an issue or lacking in some area. None of us like to hear that. It is difficult. However, if you can hear it from a place of knowing, now that I have this information, I can be better and do better and choose better and decide better, then it kind of alters your perception. And so that is what I am trying to get across to people. So if you hear that you might be part of a problem, if you hear those words and you're like, no, no, it's not me, it's him, it's her, it's my boss, it's whomever, that right there tells you that you need to step back from the situation and ask yourself why that bothered you so much. Why did it bother you to think that you might be a part of the problem? And again, I say this over and over and over. It is not about blame. Blame gets you nowhere. Responsibility gets you everywhere. So I'm not talking about you taking the blame for a bad situation. It's not your fault if someone else is treating you poorly. I am not saying this. This is all about you and how you handle certain situations and feedback, and how you can use this information for you to have a better, happier, healthier life. That's it. That's all that it's about. So if you have found yourself offended or put off because you are looking at things, situations through the lens of blame, then I'm just saying that's something that might need to be in your awareness now. That's something for you to look at now. Because a lot of times what happens is we look outward to other people and blame, deny that there's a problem, or make excuses because we don't want to look at ourselves because we're afraid. We're afraid to change. We're afraid of the work that it might take to make the changes that we need to make within ourselves. But you're not alone. As a Christian, you're not alone. Jesus is with you every step of the way. If you try and make a change and you make a mistake, Jesus is there to pick you up, for you to lean on him, and he will be with you when you get up and start over. You can do it. You can make the changes that you need to make to defeat your greatest opponent, to be high on life, to live the life that God meant for you to live. So we're going to work more on tackling your fears, because it's the fears, like I said, that really hold us back, that get in the way of us being and doing who we are meant to be. I know that you were created for goodness, for victory, and that is the goal. So I just want you to think about, if you have watched any of my videos or anyone else's videos, if you've been to counseling, or even at work, if someone's given you feedback and you didn't like what you heard, like if it struck a nerve, struck a chord with you, all I'm saying is pay attention to that, because there might be something underlying that is trying to come to your awareness, and you can only change it once it's in your awareness. Like I said, going to counseling, coaching, having someone, like, you're vulnerable and it's hard to be vulnerable. And then when someone says, yeah, like, I see this, I hear you saying this, I hear you, avoiding conflict, I hear you not taking responsibility, I hear you saying, being prideful. It is hard for you to hear that feedback from someone. I get it. All I'm saying is there is something to that. It is speaking to you. So listen, turn to the Holy Spirit, ask for discernment and help to guide you forward with that information. Try to remove that lens of blame and know that anyone, myself, a counselor, anyone that's giving you difficult feedback, it is not about blaming you and saying, you're bad, you're wrong. No, it's just trying to give you another way to look at things, something that you might need to work on that you didn't see before. That is it. So I challenge you to have a good look at your life and the feedback that people have given you. And I'm talking about people that are well-meaning towards you, not people that are out to hurt you, but rather people who have given you feedback in a helpful way. And if you don't have someone, then hello, I'm a coach. You can reach out to me. You can hire me. There are counselors. There are other coaches. There are so many people that you can turn to who are well-meaning, who want to give you helpful feedback. Okay? So go be brave, be vulnerable, and dig in and take in that feedback and just allow it to, work through you, and with God, just like work through you and just be able to say, like, okay, is this true? Do I need to work on this? Am I prideful? Am I, whatever the feedback is, and then go from there. Just go with the information. This is Kelly Renee Baker, the Queen Bee, reminding you that you can defeat your greatest opponent and be high on life. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great one.